This episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast is brought to you by pmtlifestyle.com, authentic Muay Thai lifestyle by Pu'u. Definitely go check out the website at pmtlifestyle.com for some awesome lifestyle merchandise. That's for those of you out there either involved in Muay Thai, looking at getting involved in Muay Thai, and embrace a healthier lifestyle to live the life of Nak Muay. Go check it out. Okay, everybody, so today we have Mr. Dat Hoang. That's how you say it, right? Yeah. So, Dat is a Muay Thai fighter out here. You're based in Oslo, right?
Based in Oslo, yes.
Based in Oslo, Norway. I met you last year when I came out here to come visit. Did some training and everything like that too. That was awesome, huh?
Yeah, that was fun.
So, kind of getting into it, man. We're here at my house. How do you like it?
I love it. Nice place.
Yeah, we got very fortunate to be able to be here. We can do podcasts and everything like that too. So I'm stoked you came in. Don't know a lot of people here yet. You're one of the few people I know.
Yeah, well, you're about to know a few people too.
That's awesome, man. So I know we were talking a little bit before about like shutdowns, all that stuff. So how did you, before we get into that, how did you get involved in Muay Thai?
Actually, I watched Ong Bak. This is a classic story. Ong Bak, I watched Kickboxer. At that point, I was around 15, 16. I started watching Muay Thai and I got into Sancho or Sanda first.
Yeah.
And I thought like, oh, the Sancho is the only sport I could beat Muay Thai, but
because of the throws and stuff like that.
Yeah,
or?
and then at one time I missed the sparring at my own gym. So okay, I gotta find something to do, and I ran into my current gym, Oslo Fight Center, and Eric went in. They welcomed me with open arms, and just come in and spar. And I sparred with them once, and
is that when they were that was at the old location, right?
Yes.
It was like upstairs.
Yeah, in the old.
What was the area of that town called?
Kiellandsplass. It's Grünerløkka.
Grünerløkka. Yeah, no way I can pronounce
the first one.
The first one. Yeah, I know Grünerløkka.
Yeah.
So you went in there, you sparred. Did you kind of just stick around there since then, or?
Yeah, I stuck around in spar. I came in to spar because I was still a Sancho fighter at that time, and I had fights coming up, so I just went there to spar. And then Alan just like, hey, just come in training as well.
Oh, Alan,
he was the first guy, one of the first guys I met, and he's like, hey, come to Tuesday and Thursdays Muay Thai, and then I just,
yeah, sure, I'll come.
Yeah.
So when you were competing in Sancho, was that here in Norway, or did you go to Sweden?
I fought. I fought in China.
Oh, in China.
I did a tournament there.
Oh shit! Yeah. So like the traditional one with the platform.
Yeah. I got thrown off there. No wonder I have a bad neck and shoulder now.
Yeah, you can it's just like wrestling and stuff like that because you're just getting spiked on your shoulder, your back, weird positions and stuff, and then you have the platform. Like how tall is the platform? Like is it like 1 meter? Or?
The one I fought in China was a little bit over a meter.
Oh, that's high.
Yeah, a bit over a meter, and it was around up to my stomach level, and I'm 5'10", so it's so it's like it was tall, and they had like these thin mattresses under. That was real bullshit.
So was it concrete, and then it was that, or was it wood? Do you think?
The floor?
Yeah.
Oh, it was an old Olympic hall.
Oh, okay.
So I think the floor was like springy, It didn't really hit hard, but still.
Okay. You get slammed. It doesn't feel good.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
Damn. So, how long did you do Sancho for?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. So, you went from Sancho. You competed in China. Where in China would you go when you do those?
Beijing.
In Beijing.
I fought in Beijing. I trained in Shanghai.
Okay. I didn't know that about you. I knew you'd compete a little bit in it, but I didn't know you were like training.
I was actually a national team member at that time. It wasn't really hard to get into the national teams, but I mean,
there's not a lot of people that were doing it, right?
Nah, we were two guys. Both of us were 75 kilo fighters. So we were taking turns on.
Competing, yeah.
Yeah, because I was too young to really cut any weight. I couldn't handle weight cuts back then.
How old were you?
I was 16 till 19, 18, 19. I was.
So what year was that?
2013 to
2013?
16. Yeah,
2016.
Yeah,
okay.
That was that time I did Sancho.
Nice. So when you would go over to Beijing and stuff like that, what was your experience? Like, did you stay over there long term? Like, what was?
I trained in China for 5 weeks.
5 weeks. Okay, that's good.
It was
substantial.
a training camp. It was
The whole time. You train morning, train afternoon.
train morning, afternoon, go eat. It was same like Thailand, you know.
Yeah. Same Thailand.
Same, yeah. And I fought once, and I did a tournament there because we were like, you want to do the World Cup? And yeah, fuck it, why not?
Yeah, just go for it, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. So, so then when you came to OFC, this is kind of like that was your thing was doing Sancho. Obviously, like you said, for it, you wanted to find some sparring. You met Alan, and it's funny. Like when I met Alan, you know, Leela, I like to say like me and him have like a bromance.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're both like, because he trained at the same gym we go to in Thailand all the time at Keith Kamtorn.
Keith Kamtorn, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I spent time there, like with Naparat and all these guys, JK. So it was like we had like a similar connection. Also, I know he works a lot too, huh?
He does.
Yeah, he's a plumber or something like that, right?
Electrician.
Electrician, yeah, handyman.
Handyman.
So, once you were training with them over there at, at the old center in Grunlocka,
yeah.
They moved over. They have a new facility, right? What area is that in?
Hellsview.
That's Hellsview. Okay. Yeah. I always joke. I say Hellsfire. To see it. So you guys, that's a freaking nice facility too.
Yeah, we're really happy with the new facilities.
Yeah, they had for those that are watching, it's literally the restrooms are like hotel restrooms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I went there, I was like, oh my god, this is nice.
All of my friends have dropped by OFC at some point. They're like, damn, look at those showers and the wardrobes, and like, man, it looks so modern and new and.
Yeah. It's very nice. That very nice place.
Yeah.
I'd say top of the line. One thing I noticed, so the lighting is very similar to like this lighting, right?
Yeah.
So with that, it's kind of hard to see sometimes.
It is.
Have you felt? I know you because you wear glasses and you don't wear them when you're training because you're always squinting. Have you trained like? When's the last time you trained in a place that had more like the straight like LED lights?
Oh, I don't remember.
I
don't remember.
Yeah. Because that's something that, like, my first program I ran on my own, we had lights similar to this. Like, more like the orange lights, a little more, like, low light. And when we moved to a place that had higher light visibility, the energy changes, too.
Yeah.
What I've noticed, yeah. And it was something I talked to Leela about, too. She's like, man, I don't know, she's like, I really love OFC, but, like, my energy feels different when I'm in California. I'm like, well, there's a lot of different things. The air is different. Actually, it's very similar. You guys have negative ion air, too. But I think it's the lighting and how it affects like the mood in the room.
And energy and.
Yeah, because it's darker colors, which doesn't look bad. Like during the day, it looks badass.
Yeah.
Like with the big open windows in the front. But in the evening, it's kind of like cozy. It's kind of like here, kind of like you don't want to do much.
It's like relaxing.
Mm-hmm. Which is good, but can also be like. Oh man, why do I feel like going to sleep?
Actually, most of the time when I come home come to OFC from work, I'm like super tired, right? Like that time moving in the movement. I work in the moving company, so you're really stressing your body, and I come to OFC with the lighting. Like now that you mention it, I'm like, oh man, I'm so tired now, and I don't really want to train now. I always say that to myself before I go in there. I don't want to train now. Tired but once you get going, it's fine. But it's just
that initial. I think everybody battles with that. No matter how nice the place is, like even in Thailand, like you could be as motivated as can be. There could be someone beasting out in the pads, and you're still like, I don't want to be here right now. Until you start sweating, get warmed up and stuff. So after you found OFC, you started like. How long were you training before you competed in Muay Thai?
Actually, I just did 6 months.
6 months?
I did my first light contact fight.
Okay. So, by light contact, so for those that are listening, we have a lot of people in the U.S. What is light contact? Like they do, it's like D class.
It's D class, right? Yeah. We call it D class here in Norway, and that is, it's. You're supposed to fight. You're supposed to like show your skill, not power or strength.
No knockouts allowed. Right?
No knockouts. Not even to the body. No leg kick knockouts. No body shot.
Yeah.
Nothing. You just display technique, defense, and you just show that you're ready. That you are competent. And not more.
Yeah.
Boxer.
Okay. Yeah, we do something similar back home. They call them PKBs. They started doing them. They also do like what they call in-gym events, which is like a smoker event. I know you guys had smoker events here and stuff too, but then it was like no knockouts allowed. What was weird is we used to have smokers and we didn't need to have a sanctioning body. Like anybody could do it. But now they made the sanctioning bodies get involved in it. Money, liability, all this whatnot. But there's the no knockout thing. And they're very hard on it when it's in the ring. But then they have these ones on the mats. Have you seen like the open mat like fights or like point sparring?
Yeah.
Sometimes those are harder than in the ring.
Yeah,
because the regulations differ. At least in the US. I'm sure it's the same here too.
In the mat fights?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we're really strict here in Norway.
Oh, really?
We're super strict. Like the knockout rule here in Norway is we're not allowed to knock each other out in the head, like by headshot knockout in Norway. Even at the B class level.
Really?
C, no, you're not allowed.
Oh wow. Did that change? I know there was like a change in like legislature, like where like they changed the law and they made Muay Thai legal in Norway.
Yes.
Early last year, right?
It's still not.
It's not fully done yet.
No, it's not done. It's not done yet. So.
Oh wow.
It's a real process.
Yes. Yeah. It took a long time in the United States, also in California. You know, I was showing you like the WBC Muay Thai rulebook.
Yeah, I saw that.
So like they had to bring that over to the commission over there and say like, hey, here's the rules. We're not making this up. This is the regulations that they have for WBC, and most of the commissions are familiar with WBC for boxing.
Yeah, right.
And so when they see that, they go, oh, like this is like not just some street fighting thing. It's actually like a regulated sport.
Yeah, because it comes from WBC, which is a.
They're used to it. They're used to seeing the name.
Yeah, we've seen the green strap before. So we're like, all right. This comes from somebody we can trust.
Yeah. Have you seen Rocky before?
Yes.
Yeah. So I asked my Carolina. She's never seen Rocky.
Really?
Is this normal for Norwegians to not see Rocky?
Well, if you're not a fighter.
You're not. So she's a fighter, and I was surprised.
I'm surprised too. You know?
I was like, how did you not see it? I tried to get her to watch it. She was like harping on me to watch it, but. She was like, once we actually watched it, she fell asleep. Because, you know, it starts slow. The first one starts really slow.
Of course, it's the 70s movies.
Exactly. I'm like, no, it gets better. Like, yeah, the 2 and 3, don't worry. And she's like, no, it's too boring. I'll watch it another time. I had to throw the Rocky reference in there.
Yeah.
So 6 months in, you compete in, like, your D class, the semi-contact fights.
Yes.
And now, like, from then until now... Like, you went to Thailand, correct?
Twice.
Yeah, and you were training at Chuatana both times?
No, first time was at Sipon Chai.
Sipon Chai, okay. So everybody, Sipon Chai, if you don't know what Sipon Chai is, have very big stable of well-known fighters. One of them in Glory now,
Yeah,
right?
He was in Glory.
Was.
Yelkin Pon, yeah.
Yes, and did he get bought out by 1FC?
No, he hasn't been bought up. I think he's semi-retired
Oh,
now, actually.
okay, yeah. Most of those guys, when they're getting into that, they're kind of like borderline retiring.
Yeah, he fought a couple more times at Lumpini Stadium, but
it's more probably just money,
yeah,
show money.
He had a title fight, but it was at the 154-pound.
That's not big at the stadium.
It's not really big. So.
Yeah, it's like you're fighting a foreigner, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll do this for a title shot."
Yeah.
Okay, so then you're at Sipon Chai. How long did you stay at Sipon Chai, and how long did you stay at Chuatana when you were there?
I just stayed a week at Sipon Chai because that was the only thing that was just that much I could afford at that time.
What year was that?
2016.
2016. Did you meet Matt Lucas?
When he was there, no.
No. Do you know who he is?
I follow him.
Yeah,
I know
he's a friend of mine.
He is.
Yeah, and he was over. Yeah, he was actually on the podcast. I had him on the podcast. He's one of my inspirations for why I wrote my book and stuff like that too.
That's cool. That's really nice.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. But yeah, I know he was helping run social media at Sipon Chai for a good amount of time. Then he was over at FA Group.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe you were around. Maybe you caught him when you were there.
No, I didn't. Unfortunately, I didn't.
Well, Matt, if you're out there, man, you're watching, you're gonna meet Dat when he heads back over to Thailand. So, spend a week there, and then how long were you at Chuatana?
5 weeks.
Oh, you're at five weeks Chuatana in Bangkok. Oh.
Then I got myself. I got myself into. I didn't know what I got myself into. To be honest.
Yeah.
It was hard. Well.
So the environment's so different from like Sipon Chai, which is like countryside.
Yeah.
Outside of Bangkok, and then Chuatana, which is near Chinatown.
Yeah, which was
ghetto.
Yeah, it was good.
It's a very old part of town.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So what was like the biggest takeaway that you had from training at Shuatana? Like for yourself, like for Muay Thai?
Well, it was just the resilience. Train hard. Because I just witnessed everybody training hard there, and like that mentality, you know, we just gotta, this is our job, we just gotta get up and do it.
Yes, no matter what.
Yeah,
right?
because here, you know, I was a little bit entitled. I'm like, yeah, I was one of the few fighters at the gyms, and yeah, I can train whenever I want. I know I train hard and etc. But I went to Thailand. No, I don't really train hard.
The intention's different, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like you feel it when you're there. You're like, oh shit, like.
I was a small fish in a big pond.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it becomes apparent very quickly that the intention behind it is, we're doing it because we enjoy it.
Yeah.
And they're doing it because they have to do it, and they probably enjoy it to some extent too.
Yeah, but it's their way of living.
Yes, it's their job.
Yes.
It's their profession, and it's how they make their living. And something a lot of people, unless you've been there, you're never gonna really you can hear about it and think about it and try to wrap your mind around it, but until you're actually there and you see it and you see like the kids coming up through it.
That's right.
Yeah, that's where it gives you like extra like.
You can,
yeah, I want a piece of that.
It's like a reality check, and you're like, oh, I want that. I want to be one of those guys.
Exactly, and they don't have an easy life.
No.
That's a lot of people. I feel maybe I don't know if you get this here, but a lot of people are like, oh, I want to go to Thailand, live this, and you're like, you kind of look at the person, you're like, maybe, but I'm not sure if you know what that entails.
They don't know what they're going to.
Yeah.
Really. Until it's like you have to be thrown in there, and then you'll see if you want to continue do this or not.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the first 3 weeks I loved it because I was sick of Norway and everything. And then the last 2 weeks, get me the hell out of here, please. I'll trade my left arm and my left leg to get out of this place now. But then I realized later, you know what, this is something I want to do.
Yes, and it's worth doing it, and getting to that point, I think, where you feel really like, I'm over it. That's where you're really starting to learn, because then you have to learn like the things you actually need to work on, and you have to, like you said, it's that reality check.
Yeah.
That makes you have, it's like, this is what I need to do. This is how I get better. I've had students that have gotten sponsorships in Thailand, and for them, I talked to them. Like one of them, this girl Carity, she was like telling me like how she wanted to leave her sponsorship early. I'm like,
right.
Don't do it. Like you worked so hard to get to that point, and they ended up like finishing it.
Oh.
Pretty much. I think they left like a month early, but they were gonna quit at like the 5-month mark.
Oh.
So they made an additional like 6 more months. So I went and visited them, and to say like the gym was treating them well, but what it was is some of the clientele they had to put up with, because it was in Phuket.
Oh.
She was dealing with Russians.
Right.
And just anybody out there, if you're Russian, there's no offense. I'm sure you know what I mean. They're just, you get a lot of people that are rough around the edges that are in Thailand that are on vacation and are very entitled.
Yes.
So, like, I literally saw one of the scenarios that happened is this guy was yelling at her because the place to get the water, like from like the little pro shop they had there at the gym, was closed. She's like, well, it's closed. Like, you can get water up at 7-Eleven, it's right up the road.
Right.
And he was yelling, so she gave him her water.
Right.
Like, okay, well, like, here you go, like, whatever. So the guy took a swig of it, and then he freaking threw it on the ground. And then walked away on the mats that she just cleaned.
What?
Yeah.
That can't be like.
Oh yeah, and she can't do anything because she's an employee. You know, like when you're a sponsor.
Oh, no, come on.
Yeah. So. And she was dealing with that stuff on like a daily basis.
She had to deal with that. I understand why she.
On top of the training and being super tired and not wanting to be there, you know, getting that kind of feeling, like I don't want to be here. And then you have. These people treating you like this. It's like fuck.
Yeah, you're having assholes treating you like that. On top of being a fighter, training there, and like you're an employee. Once you're a sponsored fighter, you're an employee, and you are their employee.
Yes, and you have to, and those people pay, and for them that's that's part of the lifeblood of like a gym in Phuket.
Yeah.
Is the tourism that comes through. So I can definitely, I would say like. For most people, if you're watching this, you think about going to Thailand, be prepared for that shit, right?
Yeah.
You know, if you're there for like, you know, like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, or like a year, 6 months, 3 months. Be prepared to have that kind of stuff.
Be prepared to get tossed around by the Thais as well.
Little kids.
Oh man.
The first time I went, I was 19.
Yeah.
I was in Thailand, and
Same.
yeah,
And like alone. Same.
yeah, I went there with like a group of people. I flew over there by myself, but I didn't really know what I was getting into, and we didn't know what clinching was really. Like I knew what it was, but I didn't know how to practice it. So we became friends with one of the trainers, and he was like 60 kilos, and I was 63 kilos, and he's like throwing me. He's like, why did I throw you? I'm 60 kilo. You're 64 kilo. Why did I throw you? He's like, you fat. You know, like I can't throw you, but you just tossed me on my head. And that was before I like learned what clinching is and like how to do it. That's why I had like this wake up call.
Right.
That whole thing. It's like, oh shit, I know nothing.
And you see like 115 pound the guys just tossing around 160, 170 pound men, grown up men, getting tossed around by 115 pound kids. And it's just
It's nuts.
For me, it's mind boggling.
It's just it's the sheer volume. Like they get to that point of where they're sick of it, and then they keep going. They just keep getting better. They're getting their ass kicked all the time. Like I was telling you about Kung Klai from Kid Kemptorn.
Yeah.
You know, he like when he stepped up his training, you know, his competition level, he was losing for a while. He was on like a losing streak.
Yeah.
Stuck it out. Now he's, you know, beat Sixon and
Twice.
Twice. He won the Isuzu tournament. He's had a big win on Thai Fight.
Just knocked. Yeah, you saw the elbow, right? Oh
man. You know the elbow. What I could do is I'll broadcast it right here. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll have it playing right above our head and everything like that too, right up here. But this video, man, seeing Kong get that victory with that left elbow,
bang, and
just right over the top.
The guy was like, I think he was posting his arm out.
Yeah, he posted out and he just came over.
And he was probably safe, but Kong just like came those over like excuse the pun, over the top elbow. Bang, just hitting the over, and you saw the guy just drop.
Yeah, it hit him like right in the mouth.
Yeah, the guy just slept. You know? Wow,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So as you went to the Chuatana and all that stuff, I know you've competed here in Norway.
Yes.
In like obviously here in Norway, Muay Thai regulation is very new.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's very new. So, what are the sanctioning bodies that exist in Norway?
We have two different organizations or federations.
Which ones are they?
There's one called Norwegian Muay Thai Federation.
Norwegian Muay Thai Federation, okay.
And there's the other one, which is like the slightly big one. Then that's the Norwegian Muay Thai Association.
Okay, Norwegian Muay Thai Association.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Yeah.
So, which one is there? One that's more active?
Yes, the Norwegian Muay Thai Association is more active than the Muay Thai Federation.
Okay, which one has the federation been around longer? Or
no, the Muay Thai Association was
the one that's been around the longest.
It's been around the longest, and then there was a couple of gyms that parted ways, and they started their own.
Okay.
Own federation.
All right. So I know we were talking a little bit about this, and like the regulatory bodies, like in the U.S., how they form. You know, you can start your own, but it doesn't mean you can regulate fights. You know, back in the U.S., you have to work with the commission, or depends on which state you're in and how it works.
Right.
Some places you can start your own, and you file with the state, and you pay $300 and you can just do it.
Really?
Yeah, but then states like California, they don't allow that.
Of course not.
Yeah, they don't allow that. But it creates kind of like, it's good to have like the option to be able to do that when you're in a place where the regulation's new.
Yeah.
Because it allows there to be like a free market to allow people to, like, hey, who wants it more? You know, who wants to make this happen more and be the people that are the bigger one, bigger organization that's doing this more full time. Because you know, Norway had one athlete at IFMA.
Yeah.
Annelien, right?
Annelien, yeah.
What's her full name?
Annelien Hogstad. Shout out to you.
Annelien Hogstad. Hey, yeah, check this girl out. I see her right up here. She fought in 1FC, right?
Yes, she fought in 1FC. She fought Alma Uniku.
Alma Uniku from Australia. Yeah, I was surprised that she won.
She was good. She was good in that fight. Those first 2 rounds, I was a little bit oh no, maybe she's losing steam now, I think. But in the third round, I don't know what Danielle told her in the third round. She was just walking forward. No, chin down, went into the clinch, just
bullied her.
Vicious elbows, and
Yeah.
I really bullied her and used her physique and strength, and
She's fucking strong, man.
Yeah.
I was standing next to her like at IFMA. I'm like, dude, this girl's freaking more yoked than me.
oh, she is strong.
Norwegian people, man, are fucking strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's training in the cold, having to do your work outside. I don't know what it is, or just all going all the walks and stuff like that.
It's all the milk we're drinking.
All the milk.
Yeah.
You know what? My friend sent me this meme, and it's so funny. It has like some statistics. It's like Norway, they drink the Pepsi Max in the entire world.
Yeah.
Is this true?
It's very accurate.
And so maybe it's some Pepsi Max. Maybe there's something to that. Also, you guys are one of the leading coffee drinkers, just behind the USA.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And so this meme's like, they drink most Pepsi Max in the world. They drink as much coffee just behind the USA. Also, you guys here in Norway, the country, they read the most comics, like Japanese manga and stuff like that.
Oh, that I didn't know actually.
Yeah, and
that's crazy.
It is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and on top of it, everybody here seems like they're healthy. Like I see a bunch of older people walking around the forest. Meanwhile, I'm like slipping on ice, and they're looking at me like I'm, like a dumbass. What's the word? Udertenert?
I'm sorry?
Udertenert? Is that the sound? Or it's like it means like inexperienced.
You got a farm?
Not uerfaren. I'll have to ask Lilo what it is. But I'm for those out there, don't blast me for trying to learn Norwegian. But
he's doing a good job.
No. You lie. I can't roll my R's.
I'm sorry, you can't.
I can't roll my R's. Like can't do it yet.
Rulla.
I can't do that. They call it a trilling R. I just started some exercises to get my tongue to make that sound. I've never been able to do it.
Oh, well, it's never too late to learn.
This is right. So, Annalene, she went out there, wrecked Alma Uniku.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say wrecked because that was a bullying. But how old is she?
I think he's 30. I think she's 30.
Yeah.
30
almost like 18.
Yeah.
So it's like you have this person's full-grown woman, who's at like peak physique.
Yeah,
that's your peak of your career, and then you have somebody coming into the beginning of their fight career. Well, not beginning of their fight career, but beginning of like their physical body changing.
Yeah, and Alma's she's a respected female fighter.
Oh yeah, WBC champion.
Yeah, she's WBC champion, and
Yeah.
she actually had a good fight with Brooke Farrell.
Yes.
I think it was last year or so. I saw the fight, it was good. So I was like, yeah, this girl's good, and I saw her against Stamp. The title shot, that was a good fight.
Oh yeah.
When Annalena when she fought Annalena, initially I thought, oh no, this might be a mismatch. I'm not sure. It might be. But
did she already start training with OFC at that time?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. She was doing some sparring and stuff
She
like
dropped
that.
she dropped by every now and then.
But now she's training OFC full time.
Yeah, I'm really glad to have her.
Cool. And what was the other gym she was training at before?
Frontline Muay Thai.
Frontline Muay Thai. So shout out to them too. It's like the whole community out here seems pretty like small. So it's always good to give props to everybody, right?
Naturally, we're a small community and we should all like support each other to
be better.
Be better, yeah.
Yeah, be better because that way you have more than one IFMA athlete, maybe.
Maybe have 10.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would be nice.
Man, you know who has the biggest fucking team ever?
No. Russia?
Russia.
Of course.
Dude, like, when someone showed me a picture, he's like, you would think this is, like, a couple countries. Like, no, it's just Russia. He's like, look at Team USA. Like, Russia had, like, I don't know, like, some around 40 athletes.
One in every weight class, probably.
Yeah, and for men and women.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they had the B class and A class. So
40.
Yeah. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, because B class is under 23, right?
Yes.
And then A is over, and that's, like, professional fighters.
Yeah, it's professional level. So... as you're going through, like you're fighting these organizations and stuff like that, I know have you been to Sweden to compete yet?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's been 4 or 5 times.
Okay, where in Sweden do those fights typically happen?
I fought, I had a couple of fights in Stockholm.
In Stockholm?
Yeah, and that was like C-class, not inter-club, but...
It's very small. Yeah,
small event, and then I fought in two big shows.
Like the fight night. You call it
Gladiatorspel.
Yeah.
We call them gala. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. So like, what was the promoter? Was it the same promoter both times or different ones?
Yes.
What's the promoter for that?
Gladiatorspelen was the name of the.
Gladiatorspelen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like gladiator. Yeah, something.
Yeah. Do you have a video of that fight? Is it on YouTube or anything?
Not YouTube. It's on on stream.
Oh, really? They have a stream. Is it? Where's the stream at?
Facebook.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah. Solid Tango. I think it's.
Man, you're gonna have to send it to me. Maybe I can link in the show notes.
I will.
People will check it out.
I will.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So you fought over in Sweden like 6 times, and then
4 times I think. 4 or 5.
Yeah, four or 5 times.
Lost count to be honest.
Yeah, you fought over there a handful of times.
Yeah.
So, and then your last fight you had was here in Norway, correct?
Yes, in Kristiansand.
Yeah. Was that on Fatima's promotion?
No, that was Oksa Muay Thai's promotion.
Oksa Muay Thai.
Oksa Muay Thai, shout out to them.
Where are they based out of?
Kristiansand.
Oh, Christian. Okay. Yeah. So you fought in that one. Who did you fight against in that one?
Chanti Soy.
Chanti Soy. Yeah. So, and which was that? Like a B class?
B class fight.
B-class.
Yes.
Yeah. So B class here. You wear shin guards? No shin guards. But you wear headgear, right?
Headgear, yes.
Headgear.
And elbow pads.
Elbow pads. All that stuff. And what was the outcome of that?
I won by knockout. Second round.
Second round. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is that fight right here. Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah.
Dude, can you pull that up?
Yeah.
I will watch it again.
Okay.
So I can sync it up. Is it on where is it? Where's the? Is it a stream or is it?
It's also on Facebook.
It's also it's a Facebook stream. I'll get the video. I'll post it right up here so people can see it as they're watching it and stuff too. But
see, I actually.
Yeah, as you're pulling that up and everything, man. Like I don't want to give it away. We'll give it away as we see on here. But no, go ahead and you can pull it up as we're watching it because I'll have it so it's up here and everything too.
Yeah.
Can you turn on the volume?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, man.
Let's see. I'll skip this.
Yeah, I'll just skip through to the second round. Skip through the second round. It's at 4:38, 6:30. Oh, there we go. 8:24. There we go.
That's
8:37. Good. Or seat in the corner. There you go. All right. So second round. We're at 9 minutes 22 seconds. All right. So, man, was there a lot of people there?
Yeah, I think so. It wasn't full, but it was.
It looks like a good amount of people there.
It was few, like probably 50, 100, something.
Oh wow, that's a really good showing.
I think so.
It's a nice setup too.
It is.
The ropes look loose. Were they?
Oh,
they're tight. You don't remember? Ooh. Lean back. Oh, nice sweep.
Eric told me that my best friend is also my cornerman. He told me, okay, the second round we're gonna throw heavy artillery. You're gonna try to kill him this round.
Yeah.
Because first round, most fighters in Norway they know me as a technical fighter, fighting backwards and just score points. So I wanted to surprise him. With aggression.
Ooh. Oh, is that it?
That's it.
That's it right there. So that's a jump knee, right?
Yeah.
Jump left knee right to the liver. The guy literally rolled back. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's over. This handsome boy. Look at that. Cool, man. Well, thanks for pulling that up. And like I said, you guys will be able to see it up here and everything too. That was savage.
Yeah, it was. I remember one of the Coach Willick.
Mm-hmm.
I remember he ran up to me.
Tom Willick?
Tom Willick, yeah.
I was just talking to him on Facebook last night.
You did?
Yeah, he was. He got introduced on Facebook from one of the groups that I'm in.
Oh yeah, Trondheim. He's
Trondheim. Yeah, it was the Norwegian Combat Academy.
Yes, that's right. I remember he ran up to the wardrobe. I was sitting there, my leg just up at the wall. Oh, this hurts. And you have a stanky knee. I was thinking, my gut buster.
Oh man.
And that's fine. The funny thing is, I remember when I threw that knee, and I closed my eyes. I was drilling this knee the entire summer. I just throwing my left knee when somebody
comes for you.
Just bang, set that left knee in. Being a southpaw, just bang, and then I remember closing my eyes and I jumped by accident. And by the time I closed my eyes, I had a flashback of me throwing that same knee.
Like a visual flashback?
Yeah. It was true. That knee Well, Eric was holding pads for me.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the whole setting, like, it was in that small cage room at the OFC. And I would just close my eyes. And when I opened my eyes, I saw this guy rolling back. And, oh shit, I knocked him out.
Oh, it worked.
Yeah.
I know we talked about this briefly, like, but the visualization. Have you had that moment before in your fights, like where you had like a visualization from training that you had it in the ring, like that same moment?
Not necessarily training, but rather a fight that I've seen. And I throw that same technique that the specific fighter is throwing. I just get that flash. Oh yeah, I'm hitting right now. For example, when I throw my left kick, and I hit somebody in the arm, just make that big sound. And oh yeah, that's a soundcore kick right
Soundcore.
there. Yeah.
The Dakota left kick, for those that don't know. Man, that's pretty badass. That was freaking sick.
Thank you.
That's one of those things that, like, I know, for those that don't know, Dat was going to come out and be Coach Dat for a bit at Pu'u Muay Thai out in California. And that was one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on, too, because I want people to know more about the fighters that are out here. Yeah. Because I feel like in the USA, we have, like, if they're on the IFMA stage, they know who the Norwegian fighters that are going to IFMA or are going to Thailand and fighting.
Right.
Or the ones from Sweden and stuff like that too. But in regards to like up and coming fighters, like I feel like there can be more exposure for the athletes that are out here. Like we were talking about this yesterday. I'm like dude, I post all this badass Muay Thai stuff.
Yeah.
What's your Instagram handle?
Huang
underscore
Muay Thai.
Huang Muay Thai. I'll make sure to include that in the show notes. I'll also post it right up here so you guys get a little visual. If you're watching over on YouTube, definitely go check out Huang Muay Thai. So yeah, we were talking about like promoting fighters and like building people up and stuff like that. Besides like Annalene and I mean like Fatima, you know, she came at a time where like Muay Thai wasn't being really promoted that much on like YouTube or Facebook or Instagram.
Not really.
She's a big fighter if you like for your country though, right?
She's big in Sweden.
In Sweden?
Almost every fighting from her generation knows her.
Yeah, she fought at Nisa Mexon, right?
Yes, she
Yeah,
did.
she fought at Nisa Mexon. That's when she messed up her knee.
Yeah, that was her last fight. She was tough. In the second round, she busted her knee up and she finished that 5-round war.
She tore her ACL, right?
Yeah.
ACL tear. Yeah, you see it when it happens. Like she falls weird in the clinch.
Yeah, and you saw Mexican and Anissa was looking for that.
Yeah, and going after it after.
But she didn't know what it was.
She's like, why are they stepping weird?
Fatima had like this good poker face. No, she didn't.
She hit it well.
Yeah.
You could tell, like looking back and seeing the fight, like something's wrong.
Yeah.
Like now, but I bet you like being in the corner, you're probably like, what's going on?
Yeah, you're like, dude, you don't see anything. You know?
Like why? This isn't how you normally fight. But then afterwards, I've had a moment like that with a fighter where he was doing really good and he was winning. So last round is round 3. I'm like, all right, all you have to do is just move this round. Like, so he started saying there, and the guy started blasting him like, just move. Like me and my friend Brian were in the corner like, move towards our voice. Like, do something. He came back to us in the ring afterwards. And they didn't have a cover over the ring, and it was sitting in the sun all day. And he was the first fight of the night.
Okay.
He was like, he's like, I can't move because my feet. And he lifts up his foot, and his whole foot pad is coming off. It was blistered from the heat.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, no wonder why you couldn't move.
Oh.
So just if you ever fight outdoors, make sure there's always a cover, because you won't feel it's hot. This is for people out here in Norway on regulatory. I know it doesn't get that warm like summer it does if they ever do outdoor stuff, but it's definitely one of those things that you always want to have a cover. I've seen MMA ones like that before too, where they're getting burns on their back.
What do they do MMA shows?
Outside? They've done them before. Yeah.
Wow.
So, but you don't know until it comes up, and then it's too late. The promoter invests those money, and they try to get the show to happen. I told the commission, I'm like, hey, like he burned his feet. The guy, I have him on the camera putting his hand up. It's not that hot. I'm like, okay, you go standing there for 6 minutes moving around, and you tell me that. The next fight that came out,
right?
The guy went, his first kick he threw, his whole foot pad came off.
What?
Luckily, that kick knocked the guy out.
That must be a spectacular way of knocking somebody out.
Yeah, your foot pad falls off from the heat. And
your shin on somebody's.
Yeah, it was a nasty knockout too.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So, but then after that, they're like, oh, we need to do something about it. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, they didn't need to have that happen. I was so pissed. But it's funny. Like, I don't know what are the rules out here in regards to like pouring water over the head. Can you do it or no?
I don't think you're allowed to.
Yeah. So.
You can, but actually you can.
Yeah, you can.
Wipe.
You can just wipe. So in the U.S. they can't pour water over the head.
No.
You can use a spray bottle.
Oh yeah.
You can get water and you can put ice on the neck, but you can't spray water because they say it causes slipping. Which it doesn't.
It doesn't make sense.
It comes from boxing.
Yeah.
Because with boxing shoes and water on the canvas, it slips. But when you're barefoot, you stick.
You've seen fighters, it's me included.
Yeah, you sprinkle it on the
right before the fight. Just have some water in my mouth. Just I spit on my feet and just like rub and
that's from experience. Because the canvas can be really slick when it's dry.
Exactly, and having dry feet and dry canvas
you're just gonna slide.
It's like having boxing shoes on a wet canvas.
The same exact thing, and this is what we're trying to tell them. But it's like, oh, you can't do it. You're gonna slip. You're gonna fall. Liability. What did they do after they did this? After that guy's foot fell off.
Yeah.
His foot pad. They went out and they took like a whole case of water and drenched them. And I was like, I thought they were gonna slip. So, but regardless, it was like, I hope they took it as a lesson. I don't think they did. They'll probably make the same mistake again at some point.
It's a problem of pride.
Yeah.
It's rather pride.
Yeah. Well, again, they're just stuck in that old mentality. Like I was talking to you about, like a lot of people reffing and stuff now, they don't even train Muay Thai.
No way, you come from MMA, boxing.
Yeah, or like old school kickboxing.
I mean, scoring that PKA style.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, man.
All right, he threw 10 kicks. All right. Shit, man. You know, and what it is, the commissions go, oh, this guy, you scored kickboxing back there. Yeah, you can do Muay Thai. All right, go out there.
Yeah, it's just kickboxing with some elbows and a little bit of weird things called clinching.
Yeah, and they do this weird dance before, and they don't let them do it.
And they're probably wearing this tennis racket thing on their head. Come on, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've seen a couple of like Muay Thai fights also in the U.S. with MMA shorts, and that makes me cringe.
You know, one of the tournaments in the U.S., the U.S. Muay Thai Open, and in the state of Arizona, the sanctioning body that's out there says, if you're not wearing Muay Thai shorts, you're not allowed to fight. And they said, if you don't have them, you better ask somebody for a pair.
Yeah.
And it's true. I'm like, it's like, imagine if I went to a karate class wearing, or a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Say I was going to a gi tournament, and I came out wearing Muay Thai shorts. They're going to say you can't compete.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not what you're supposed to wear. It's not your uniform.
And you're supposed to have you have a uniform in every combat sport.
Yes.
And there's always like this silhouette.
Yes.
Of what a boxer is, a Thai boxer.
Yes, what MMA fighter wears. What the things with MMA, you get the mix.
Yeah.
I don't know if have you seen the old MMA fights where they used to allow them to wear like wrestling shoes and shit like that?
Yeah, UFC 1 and the pancrase and such.
Yeah.
Oh, Boss Rutan times.
That was So Boss Rutan's gym's like is only like 45 minutes from my gym in Ventura.
Really?
Yeah, it's not far. I've been there. It's really nice.
That'd be awesome. I love Boss Rutan. I love Boss Rutan.
Yeah, his super nice facility. I had a couple of guys who were training at both places. They were training like the jiu-jitsu and more MMA, and then they're doing like the authentic Muay Thai with us.
Yeah.
Because they're more like the Dutch style kickboxing, which is effective for MMA and stuff like that, and just fighting and stuff in general.
Yeah.
And obviously you have Boss Rutan there, and he actually would teach 2 classes a week.
He did?
Yeah, he would teach 2 classes a week. Sometimes it was like just conditioning, sometimes an MMA class, sometimes it was a boxing class, sometimes a kickboxing class. And then Ramon Decker's brother, Carlo Deckers, was teaching there for a while too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's when I went there and visited it, and I'm like, oh, this is badass. It's a nice place. When he first started training there. Like Ramon Deckers did a seminar there too.
Ramon.
Ramon, before he passed away, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
But there's a whole hotbed of like martial arts in Southern California. It's crazy. Like at Lion Fight, Boss Rutan's there at ringside.
Really?
Boss Rutan's there. You'll see like you'll see a bunch of like the UFC fighters and stuff all ringside and everything like that.
That's cool.
You just see everybody. They're all there. Everybody's
watching Muay Thai. And,
yeah.
And actually now the US is starting to have a lot of good knock Muays as well.
Yeah, well, who's the best is the women fighters actually.
Janet
Todd. Well, Janet Todd. Jackie's coming up.
Yeah.
She hasn't had her chance yet at pro though. She got signed with one. And
yeah, I saw it. She was supposed to fight Amber.
Yeah, was it Amber Kitchen?
Amber Kitchen.
Yeah, so she fought her as an amateur.
I'm sorry?
She fought Amber Kitchen as an amateur, I believe.
Alright.
And she won. So, I think it was supposed to be a rematch as pro.
Right.
But not just her, but just the women fighters in general in the U.S. Like for IFMA, all the women fighters fucking killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're killing. They were like, we were joking because like our academy, we sponsored Team USA for the last IFMA tournament.
Right.
So for Pu'u Muay Thai, we had it on the shirts and stuff like that. It was pretty badass to see.
Nice.
But like seeing the amount of gold medals that came home with the women, I think they got 3 golds.
3 golds.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
So that was pretty damn good.
That's good.
And I think there's 1 gold for B class for the men's. They all did really good. They all had really tough competition. The brackets are a little bit deeper because there's more there's more men fighters than there are women fighters. But that doesn't take away from how the women performed at the fight.
I find female fighters more technical than men, to be honest.
I mean, you've seen this. Like, you take a woman fighter, or a woman student and a male, and they're both beginners. The male's gonna be more tense because they have this preconceived notion, like, I know how to fucking fight.
Yeah.
And then girls are more like, oh, this is cool. I want to learn how to do this.
And they have a little more open approach.
Yeah.
Than us men. We're like more primal and
we want to just fight.
We want to throw hands, you know. And,
yeah.
And the females are very more smarter. Want to like learn the art.
Do you remember the word I taught you the other day? It starts with a P. It talks about fighting. It says like Spanish. Putazos.
Putazos, yeah.
Putazos. I just love some putazos, man. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah, man, it's cool to see. Like, and some of it, the thing is, women athletes, they have a whole nother set of things that are different than men in regards to their physical peaking is different than men, and also their weight cut and weight management is completely different.
It is.
Completely. It's like I didn't realize this until I had a stable of women fighters. Like, I knew there was a difference, but I didn't know what it meant. But the time where it really set to me is I had this student named Justine, right. And we were competing at WKAs. Is WKA still active in Europe, do you know? A little bit, maybe?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe. So,
we went to a WKA tournament. So, she, on the airplane, before we got on the airplane at the academy, same scale, everything, she weighed 143 pounds.
Right.
And she had to be 133 pounds. So, like, hey, we have 3 days, we'll lose it. No problem. Didn't eat or drink anything. They had a handful of almonds that I gave them on the plane, right?
Yeah.
So we go to New York, the tournament's in New York, went around Times Square, all this stuff. Like, hey, cool, let's go back and start working on cutting your weight. We had like a day and a half at that point.
Right.
Like, let's check your weight. So we go check your weight, and she's at 152 pounds.
What?
I'm like, are you eating in your sleep? Like, what's going on?
152 pounds.
Yeah, I'm like, you gained almost 10 pounds? There was
a handful of almonds. And
that was it.
And some water, maybe?
Not even a water, no.
Just a little bit of almonds.
Almonds.
10 pounds.
Yeah, so apparently she had her menstrual cycle at the time. You know, it was that time of the month.
Yeah.
And the water retention, I'm like, where does the water come from? I don't know. Like, you drinking, were you going to the bathroom in the airplane drinking it?
No, I didn't.
So, we got her down to weight. From 152 to 133 pounds.
That's like 20 pounds. Oh, that's a lot.
Oh, it was crazy. And they won the bracket. Savage. Like I said. Savage. And I talked to my friend Mark Beecher. Shout out to Mark Beecher over there at Houston Muay Thai, or Hyena Muay Thai in Houston. I actually just visited him. He was actually, do you know who Kevin Ross is?
Yes.
So he was Kevin Ross's trainer for a long time too.
Really?
Yeah. So super cool guy. Like, it's funny. He's in the background of a bunch of like my earlier fights, like in the corner for somebody else, not for me.
Not for me.
Yeah, and he's taped my hand one time for my fight. I won that fight too. He's like, you got ninja rap, now you gotta win. You know? And he's like, yeah, let your hands go, you know? There's some putazos. He's got a podcast too. It's called Talking Shit with Beecher. I highly recommend checking it out. He's had some cool people on there too.
I'll check it out for sure.
He's a funny guy. He was telling me about when he was in Russia. He's trained a lot of like UFC fighters and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, I was in Russia one time for the European Championships in Sancho.
Yeah,
Russia is crazy, man.
He told me everybody just looks like this.
Yeah.
Mad.
I'm not gonna generalize the Russian people. Most of them that I met really look really strict, and I was like, they look like they want to kill me, but I just want a sandwich, man. I just want a sandwich and a Coke. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Don't look at me like that.
Yeah, don't hurt me.
Don't, please don't hurt me. And they look like about to hurt you at any second. And you're just, I want a slice of pizza and a drink.
That's it? Leave me alone? Yeah. But I saw him at the tournament, and I was like, what do you... Like, you've had women fighters, what do you do? He's like, dude, you just cut the weight. He's all... And he told me, he's all, have you seen some of the women fights before? They're, like, championship fights, and they're super slow. He's like, yeah, now you know why. I was like, oh, fuck, they had a hard time cutting weight.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, that makes sense. You know, you had to cut a fuck ton of weight because your body decided, hey, you're going to gain 10 pounds overnight after you didn't drink anything. So when women say their bodies are different, hell yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just seeing that whole nother aspect, and then you added the traveling. Like, I think the airplane, the dry air has something to do with it too.
And it also helped you gain a couple extra pounds.
Yep. Yeah, because it just, you're recirculate air, you get dry mouth.
You balloon up.
Yeah, and your body doesn't want to expel any water.
I mean, you just balloon.
Yeah.
And when you walk off the next, say you walk into the plane with 150 pounds.
Yeah,
You come out of there 155. Like,
Oh.
how did this happen?
Yeah, so that's exactly what happened to this woman fighter of mine.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, but now we know, so that helped. The experience. Anybody else out there? That's free. Okay, free tip. So, what's training been like? You guys shut down before the USA did here in Norway.
Yes, that's right.
What's training been like for you guys here? I know you guys got to reopen before the US did. Obviously, you shut down before you reopened before. They're on like a partial shutdown again here in Oslo. Is that just in Oslo? Or is that different cities too?
Oslo, mainly Oslo.
Mainly
It's
Oslo.
been here. It's been most cases of infections.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what have you guys been doing? What did you do for training during the initial shutdown? Were you training outside?
During the initial shutdown, it was about to be summer, so we were real lucky. It was sunny every day. We were smashing pads out in the sun at the pier in Akebrygge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sjuvolmen. We were training there consistently, and then the gyms opened up again.
Mm-hmm.
We started training inside. We were like basically living in the gym.
You're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Hugging the bags and stuff when you get back and do it.
We were bag huggers at that point. And then we shut down again, and now we're basically at loss because it's snowy outside.
We were training outside the other day, and it was like, -1 degree Celsius or something like that, and windy and rainy.
Yeah, and it was snowy and rainy. Oh yeah, it was a nightmare. We do that or we run.
Yeah.
It's no competitions right now. We fighters can be humans for a change.
Well, there's no fights in Norway happening, but you were supposed to fight in Denmark.
Yes,
correct.
yes.
So Denmark's having fights.
Denmark's having fights.
Is that fight event still going on? I know you're not fighting, but are they still having the event?
Yes, they are.
They're still having
it's even a WBC Scandinavian title.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, that's Kenny Hong versus.
So do you know if Jürgen's going over there?
I'm not sure.
I'll have to ask him.
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay, because I know maybe it's a different person that's going over there to help represent. But where in Denmark is it?
I think it's in Albertslund.
And then what's the name of the promotion?
Mikenta Fight Night.
Mikenta Fight Night.
Yeah.
Oh, they have the Mikenta gym, yeah?
Yeah, it's Stefan Valleise.
And okay, so Mikenta gym, that's where Boo was at.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boo Sasi Papa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember he used Mikenta. I met those guys at Sasi Papa only for 2 days. I got there when they were there for 3 months.
Right.
I think I just saw them at the end of the trip. Okay. It's all making sense to me now. That's a huge gym.
Sasi Papa. Oh,
No,
Mikenta.
Mikenta.
They have a lot of fighters.
Yeah.
A lot of fighters and good fighters too.
Yeah, they do. No, Sasi Papa is small.
Sasi Papa's they had some.
We're saying it wrong. It's Sasi Papa.
Sasi Papa.
So I went to Thailand, in Thailand, they'd be like, what gym do you train? Like, Sasi Papa. I'm like, huh? Alana? What? My friend would say it, Sasi Papa. I'm like, oh, Sasi Papa.
Oh, yeah. So you're confused.
I'm like, I thought I just said that.
I said Chuwatana, they're like, huh?
Chuwatana?
Come on, man.
These tonal languages, man.
Yeah.
So, so you guys are training outside and stuff like that now and waiting for things to open back up. They're kind of talking about reopening things back up in Oslo. I heard Trondheim is open and stuff like that too.
Bergen is
Bergen, yeah, it's all open. So people are training.
Yeah.
People are training. I know that. What do you think, for Norwegian fighters, Nok Muay, people in Thai boxing, there's some UFC fighters from here too, right?
We have
One.
two.
There's a Joker, I forget, what's his name?
Yeah, Jack Hermanson.
Jack Hermanson. And then who's the other one?
Emil Meek.
Yeah. Okay. So, but in regards to current generation Muay Thai fighters for pro, besides Annalene, is there anybody else?
Pro fighters. We have one pro K1 / Simon Santana.
Oh, Simon. Yeah, I met Simon, and he's WBC champion too. But
Scandinavian champion.
But he's fighting more kickboxing now.
He's a K1 fighter.
Because he's making more money.
Yeah, and his style also is more K1.
Yeah, more kickboxing. But it's because he had to modify it though.
Yeah, he has to modify, but he still had this Dutch, tight guard.
Yes.
Throwing heat and then low kicks.
I took a class with him at Nok Muay. We took a K1 class with him, me and Leela.
Yeah.
And he's the way his format of teaching is very professional. Like I was talking to you about this, like how you structure your classes.
Yes.
I'm like, this is somebody who was brought up properly through training. So that's my experience with him too. Super well kept guy, super well spoken for and everything too. Super professional.
He's good and really nice person.
Yeah.
Also.
He fought. What was it? What was the world? It was the kickboxing title. What was? I think WKB World Champion. Or WKN.
The World Kickbox Network, yeah.
Yeah, so and it was a 12-round fight.
Yeah.
And he never fought that rule set before. So for those that don't know, WKN is the old school kickboxing where you can only kick above the waist.
And the trousers.
And they wear the long booties and stuff like that, the shoes.
Yeah.
And he fucking won.
Yeah, he beat the guy too. He beat him.
And he got paid well. So it's like, shit, man, alright. I don't blame him.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a lot of people like the Thai fighters and stuff that retire into that because they're making more money.
Yeah, we just fight some K1 shows here and there.
Have you fought K1 stuff before?
Actually fought K1 once.
Once? How do you like it?
It's weird, to be honest. It was weird for me being a not... Well, I'm not necessarily clincher.
But you like it.
But
Yeah.
I like the idea of having it available if I have to use it. But when I fought K1, the thing that threw me off the most was the boxing and the clinching. Because I'm used to like going in, start working in the clinch. If I like when in K1 I have to throw one knee and
You have to push off.
let go or like
hold and potentially get called for it.
and then ref say, okay, break. And
Yeah.
So it was different.
So then you're getting people. This isn't normal to happen. People go to kickboxing. People go to MMA because of the money. What do you think it would take for Muay Thai to grow here? Like in your opinion, the thing is, I want anybody out there who's listening. I'm putting them on the spot right now. But what do you think would like help Muay Thai grow here?
Well, we have to have more fights.
More fights.
We have to work together more. Like as a community, we have to be more. We have to stick together. We're a small community now, and we only have so many fighters. We need to work together more and try to build up a stable of fighters. And build up a stable of pro fighters, amateurs, and have more fights, more.
Yeah, you guys are getting that same step process the rest of Europe has with like the DEC, B, and then the A class is coming, obviously, with that new regulation and stuff too. A class is professional. Yeah, for those in US, it's funny in US, it's like you go pro, you can't fight B class essentially anymore.
Really?
Yeah, you can't fight in the tournaments or anything like that anymore.
Oh.
So that's one of the things that's holding back American fighters. Here, like, if you guys noticed by Dot's reaction, it's normal that if you fight A class, you can go back and fight like the tournaments and stuff.
Amateurs, yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of the IFMA world champs are pro fighters too.
They're pro.
You've seen Super Bonbanchamek fighting
yeah, with pads on and shit.
Yeah, it's Yossi fought.
Yeah, you had Artur Kashenko, all those guys.
Yeah, what's this guy? Kulibin?
Andrei Kulibin, yeah. He's from Belarus, right?
Yeah, the European fighters, and all of them have fought IFMA.
And they're all really fucking good. And the thing is, they have like tournaments like that here in Europe also, like based in this area, and by taking that away from like in the U.S. to taking that away from the pro fighters, it's preventing people from fighting pro because once they go pro, that limits they maybe fight twice a year now.
Yeah, instead of having
multiple times a year.
Yeah, like having fights every second month or
getting a tournament and be able to fight 3 or 4 times in a weekend.
Yeah.
So unless you're fighting in IFMA, which is once a year.
Yeah, but once a year, but you have like, I don't know, 4 or 5 fights, 6 fights.
Yeah, in between. So, more fights, bigger community and stuff like that too. But Any shout outs you want to give to anybody?
Shout out to my gym, Oslo Fight Center.
Oslo Fight Center.
My coach, Fatima Pinto. And Andy, my training partner.
Hey, your training partner, Andy?
Yeah, Andy. You deserve a shout out, man.
Alright, I'll be sure to tag, is Andy on Instagram also?
Yes.
Alright, cool. I'll be sure to put him in the show notes along with OC and Fatima down the show notes and stuff like that too. For those of you that are out there, do you use Spotify, right?
I use Spotify.
Do you use iTunes at all? No. No, what about YouTube?
YouTube,
You
yes.
better go subscribe on YouTube.
Oh,
For those of you out there, you guys better go subscribe here on YouTube. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think about the podcast. If you guys are listening on Spotify, be sure to subscribe. If you're on iTunes, subscribe, leave a review. It means the world to us right now with all these shutdowns and stuff like that from the Pu'u Muay Thai brand and the Academy. I miss everybody back home, but I'm stoked to catch up with you, man. Yeah, thanks for being on and everything. With that said, everybody, have a great rest of your night. Sweaty Cop.